Hi guys, welcome back to another edition of Max and Nicky 1000th Time Reactions,
where we react to a song after listening to it for our 1000th time.
We release 3 videos a day,
every day.
So please hit that subscribe button.
And ding that post notification bell.
So you don't miss out on any of our content. What do we got on the docket right now, Nicky?
We're going to listen to Cruel to Be Kind by Nick Lowe. Love this song. Nick Lowe's got some really great hits out there from the 70s.
Sure.
I think I was first introduced to him with the song Breaking Glass.
I like the sound of breaking glass.
I played it on my radio show when I was in college.
Has the Bo Diddley beat there. But we'll talk about that in just a bit.
Sure. If you're new to the channel, what we like to do here is listen to the song all the way through without stopping so we don't interrupt the intention of the artist.
And then afterwards, we'll discuss our reactions. We'll talk about what we heard.
Go into some in-depth analysis.
And maybe talk about some of the history of the song if we should know it.
I just want to remind you all, as we usually do, that we have another YouTube channel.
We don't usually do it. We always do.
Sure. That we have another YouTube channel called Max and Nicky, on which we perform oldies, tunes, jazz standards, and originals in that vein.
And we got comedy videos on there as well. But for right now, let's take a listen to Cruel to Be Kind by Nick Lowe.
For our 1000th time.
Here we go.
It's a great song.
That's just a hit right there.
It's a great song, you know. It almost has this sort of 70s version of the Phil Spector Wall of Sound. I mean, a lot of the stuff is very reverbed out. His lead vocals are very dry though in comparison.
I wouldn't call this at all like Phil
Really,
Spector.
you didn't feel like things were pretty washed out?
No.
I feel like I couldn't even hear the bass that well at all.
I don't know. I just didn't feel that way, but
I did.
really, you felt that way. Nah, not me. Nah,
Yeah,
nah.
yeah.
This sounded like very 70s to me, actually. Straight up.
But I really like the background vocals. Do.
Yeah, that was not. In fact, the vocal harmonies, they were not washed. They were not reverbed.
I know,
out,
but
actually.
the other instruments were. I couldn't hear the bass that well. Could you?
Maybe that just maybe because you couldn't hear it that well.
Could you?
I wasn't focusing on it, but
Maybe because you couldn't hear it.
I know, but that doesn't necessarily mean that everything's washed out and that it's in the style of Phil Spector.
No, I'm talking about more Phil Spector from the 70s, like What Is Life by George Harrison.
That's still very washed out. No, that is so much more washed out. What Is Life?
Yeah,
Wait.
by George Harrison,
Wait. What am I thinking?
Without you.
No, I know. But no, not that. There's another song by George Harrison. That's not what I'm talking about. Sorry.
Isn't it a pity?
No, it's on All Things Must Pass, but it's this other one, or is it the following album, actually? I forget, but Living in a Material World, I think that's what the next album is called from George Harrison. There's one that's it's produced by Phil Spector, or co-produced with him and George Harrison. It's really, I know, it's on All Things Must Pass.
All right, well,
anyway, it's very reverbed out.
This song is really cool. It's really catchy. I really like that lyric. What did you say? To knock me back down. What does he say?
Over again and again.
No. Was it? I get up again, and then he says, "For you to knock me back down." I like how he adds these extra sort of syllables there to make it more knock me back down. It's almost like a quarter note triplet in a way,
It has a sort of a syncopated.
Yes,
thing
has a
going on.
syncopated feel to it. That's really cool. Instead of just saying, just like to knock me down, he says knock me back down. Adding that back in there really gives it kind of a cool syncopated feel.
It's interesting, when the vocal harmonies come in, they go. It's a little out of tune, actually, but It's okay. That's okay.
What's interesting is there's this weird bubble sound that happens throughout the song.
I know. I don't know what that is.
What that's about.
It almost seems like that's not supposed to be there, actually.
Right. But we heard it a few times.
Yeah. And it's not that's part of the recording. It seems like this was the official release, but
Nick Lowe was a part of that sort of.
sorry. Oh, what were you going to say?
I was going to say he's sort of part of that, almost late 70s pop rock,
jangle pop kind of
almost power pop kind of.
Power pop. That's what I meant to say. Not jangle pop, but power pop.
Genre, I guess that maybe Elvis Costello might have been a part of too. They were really good friends, by the way.
Nick Lowe
produced
Elvis Costello a lot, actually. I was going to say, if you ever watch the music video for this song, it takes place at a wedding. It takes place at his own wedding, actually.
Really?
Most of the scenes were done the day before, actually.
Wow.
But all of it, I don't know if any of the scenes were actually part of his wedding. Maybe, but they certainly were at the same place where the wedding was going to take place. And just pretty interesting. He married, by the way, Carlene Carter, who is the daughter of June Carter Cash.
Oh, really? Well, Nick Lowe, he was never too popular in America, but this song was, I think, his only song that kind of
that was the wedding with her in that.
Well, this was his only song. I think that was kind of a moderate success in America.
It was a top 40 hit, but
Right.
I just looked it up. Yeah, The Sound of Breaking Glass that was a big hit in the UK.
I love that song. I love the sound of breaking glass. Dun,
Dun 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 dun.
But
It's
he's also
beat,
got
you know.
what's that other song again that we like a lot?
Nutted by Reality. That's a really
that
good
song is really good by Nick Lowe as well.
It has these 2 sections in that song. Actually, it's pretty neat. I first heard that song. We were about to do an open mic for stand-up comedy, and I got there early. And on the PA on the loudspeaker, the music. There was music playing, and I just was like, "What is this song? It's so catchy, it's so good."
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have the technology of Shazam or anything like that.
Shazam.
And
We were just watching an episode of The Simpsons where Homer's remembering an episode of Gomer Pyle, and he's just all he remembers is Gomer,
no Pyle,
Shazam.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Anyway, sorry.
I was listening, and I just had if I like a song, I'll try and listen to a lyric that they're saying and I'll write it down so I can look it up later and Google it or something.
I always do that.
And I realized, oh man, this is Nick Lowe. Of course,
I got to be doing that.
Great.
I'm just realizing there's some songs that we haven't done yet. Like I did that before with a song by this female singer from the early 90s named Shanice. She's got some really good music from the early 90s, some good R&B, early 90s R&B.
I really like that early 90s R&B.
It is. It's really good. But, there's also, Nick Lowe, he always kind of resembles facially to Harry Nilsson a little bit for me.
No way. Incorrect.
Well,
I don't agree
anyway,
with that
we
at
haven't
all.
done any Harry Nilsson on this channel yet, surprisingly, because he's a really big influence for us. And I'm surprised that we haven't even reacted to any of his songs.
We will get to him. He's great. Mm-hmm. Anyway, well, was a weird. It's interesting that you brought him up because I would not have thought of in relationship to Nick Lowe at all.
You don't understand the way my brain works.
Clearly, I don't.
Anyway, this is a great song. I think that'll do it for this reaction video. If you like what you heard and saw today, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ding that post notification bell to find out about more Max and Nicky reaction videos.
Please keep tuning in.